Thank you for finding some time for you. And if you could imagine you're carrying several heavy bags of groceries in both arms, and you can finally put them down now. Close your eyes and begin to relax. A few relaxing breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. And I don't know the last time you gave yourself permission to leave the daily chores out there and begin to focus on your internal world. And in a moment you can experience a sense of relief as you go deeper into this experience. And while there's depth in relaxation, muscles relax, face relaxes, the chair supporting you deeper into relaxation. You can be here. And isn't it wonderful? You can really stretch out your long spine, your graceful ability to weed through life's baloney. And in a moment you will begin to really notice the different sensations of this experience, little by little, moment by moment, this wonderful state known as existence. And thank you for being here. No one else has your life experience, your wisdom, your ability to remain calm. You make the world a better place just by being in it. And in the past you've felt depressed, or heavy or sleepy, lethargic, or something else. And isn't it wonderful you can ask those feelings to float out of you now, little by little, moment by moment. And if you could imagine a chair in front of you now, and ask your depression to sit in that chair. I wonder what your depression would look like if it's heavy or dense, light, the sounds or lack of sounds it would make. If it was the colour grey or bright in colour. And knowing this is your depression sitting in front of you now, I wonder how long each day you would be happy to feel like this. 10% of your day, 90% of your day. I don't know, but what I do know is, in a moment I'm going to share with you a story. And at first you might think, why am I telling you this story? But you might find something of value a little later on. And Eric Schmidt is the 55th richest man in the entire world, worth 26.8 billion. He is a member of the world's best advertising and marketing gurus, the Bilderberg Group. He is also a member of the Trilateral Commission and a member of the International Advisory Board at Oxford University. And he did have a cameo appearance in the movie Dumb and Dumber. But in 2001, the Google founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin interviewed him and were highly impressed. And Eric Schmidt became Google's CEO. And he is one of a few people in the world that became a billionaire via stock options. And after 19 years, Eric left Google, which was then known as Alphabet. But when Google went public in 2004, Eric Schmidt felt he had done a good job as chairman of the board and CEO of Google. But they asked him to stand down as chairman. And his coach, Bill Campbell, gave him a phone call to check in and see if he was okay. Bill asked Eric, "What are you going to do?" "Resign," Eric replied. And his coach, Bill, thought, he can't let this happen. The decision makers of Google are a team. Bill encouraged Eric to negotiate, that he would stand down as chairman but continue as CEO once Google went public. The IPO was over. The billions of dollars that were at stake, and the shareholders were happy that Eric would be reinstated as chairman. And on the 28th of January 2011, the country Egypt left the internet, and its government blocked access to social media, BlackBerry and mobile phone services. It suspended all of the telco operators. And in Egyptian legislation, authorities have the right to suspend these services. And the Egyptian government already controlled the fibre optic cables. The regime told the telco operators if they didn't accept their demands, they would physically cut the cables which would have taken a lot of time to undo. Previously, Egypt had been in favour of the internet and its expanding coverage. But the move to cut off the internet backfired. It started a huge protest movement because 100% of the population found those services essential. And within days, alternative companies began to assist Egypt with dial-up connection and a speak-to-tweet service. And as you're sitting there now, watching your depression in front of you, sitting in the chair, the depression who has been the chairman or CEO of your life for however long, you understand you just can't turn off the depression without a protest, or ask it to stand down without hurting its feelings. Because maybe there is, or has been, something of value. Or maybe your depression felt it was of value. And as your depression is sitting there in the chair, I wonder if it's time now to set some clear boundaries. How much time it's allowed to feel that way every day. How often does it need to sit in a chair away from you? And what clients love about hypnosis is they can ask their body to just be to the left or right of them, slightly in front or behind them. So they are in their body, but not quite. And for others, the success of setting clear boundaries, how long they are allowed to feel a certain way, how long they give themselves permission to think about the past. And in a moment, maybe you will fully realize that if you are in the past, you're not really here in this moment. And isn't it wonderful to know in the future the actions you can take to care for yourself, to ask your depression to sit in a chair, or have a new sense of empathy, generosity for the present moment. And when you're ready to reorient yourself back to your external world, you can begin to wriggle fingers and toes, Stretch out. Open your eyes. Welcome back. You're perfect, just as you are.